So, Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker is coming out in less than a week, and to be honest, I kind of feel nothing. Like, I literally just feel nothing going into this. So, to kind of explain why, like, in general, I'm not a massive Star Wars fan. I'm about as basic as you can get. I've seen the movies, and that's pretty much it. I did play, like, some of the Force, the Force Unleashed, a while ago. But honestly, yeah, I'm just a pretty basic Star Wars fan, and my opinions on the movies are pretty basic as well. Like, I like the original trilogy, don't like the prequels, and I think a lot of well, when it comes to the newer movies, I think The Force Awakens was fine, Rogue One was fine, The Last Jedi was it was it was a little less than fine, but I didn't hate it. I actually didn't see Solo. And just, I don't know, going into episode 9, I feel nothing. There are just no emotions going through my mind right now. It's like, it could be good. I'm not going to go into it wanting to dislike it, but, like, at this point, where I'm at with Star Wars is that if I don't end up liking The Last Jedi, I'm not going to be too bothered by that. It's not going to ruin my childhood. I'm not like my anticipation for it isn't so hyped that I'll be like super disappointed. If I don't end up liking The Rise of Skywalker, it's a dumb name, but I'm just gonna feel like, all right, well, that was a movie I didn't like, and it's pretty sad that I feel that way because Star Wars is one of the most legendary franchises of all time or whatever. And I mean, don't get me wrong, like I haven't been like a Star Wars fan since childhood or anything like that. Like I first watched the Star Wars movies when I was like 13 or 14 years old. I want to say it was in 2014 when I saw them. And when I first saw them, and I was just like, because I was just like, oh, well, The Force Awakens is coming out, so I might as well go watch these Star Wars movies that I've never seen before. So it's not like it's not like I like Star Wars, like these new Star Wars movies. Like I said before, it's not like they've ruined my childhood, or it's not like I am a lapsed Star Wars fan or whatever. I've never been that huge into Star Wars, but going into The Force Awakens, I like the original trilogy. Obviously didn't like the prequels, but it's fine, whatever, who cares? I was like pretty excited for The Force Awakens, and for these new Star Wars movies to just be so blech. Just they're nothing special in my opinion. And it's just like kind of to the point where I'm like, man, I kind of just wish they would have left Star Wars alone. Like, again, like I said before, I'm not like a super crazy Star Wars fan who's been watching Star Wars since I was a little kid and who grew up on the original trilogy, blah, 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 blah. I actually watched the prequels first. I decided to watch them in chronological order. But, yeah, so I don't have, like, any, like, hardcore attachment to this franchise. But it's like, just watching them all, it's like, man, wouldn't it have been great if they just made the original trilogy and that was it? Like, wouldn't it have been great if they just did that? Because like nothing since then has like improved the franchise or made it better in any way. Although to be fair, I have not watched The Mandalorian yet. The Mandalorian could be great, but in terms of the movies, they're either terrible or they're just nothing. They just add nothing to Star Wars. They just kind of exist, which is where I feel like a lot of these newer movies they fall into that category. It's like these movies don't do anything. The original trilogy was fine. It ended fine. We don't need to see more. We didn't need to see what happened before then. It's not necessary. But of course, Disney, the multi-billion-dollar corporation, just they were not satisfied. They needed Star Wars 2, and they needed to make more Star Wars movies. So I don't know. It's weird. Honestly, I I want the Rise of Skywalker to come out so that then they can just go, all right, you know what? We're leaving all of this behind, all of this Luke Skywalker nonsense, everything that's been set up beforehand. Uh, we're leaving all of that behind, and we're just moving into a new thing, our own thing. That's what I really want to see them do, because with the rise with this new trilogy, it's still very much tied into the old ones. So I want to see them. I just want to see them do their own new thing. Uh, and yeah, and like honestly, like one of my biggest problems with this new trilogy is that there's no vision to it. Like the original Star Wars trilogy, it was George Lucas's vision, and that was great. And then the prequel trilogy, it was George Lucas's vision. That wasn't so great, but at least it was still his vision. Where we're moving into this new trilogy, and it's like J.J. Abrams did his thing in The Force Awakens, and then Disney was just like, okay, Rian Johnson, now you do your own thing. And it didn't really work out, and then now they're like, oh god, no, okay, J.J. Abrams, come back, and even though Ryan did his own thing, come back and now do the thing that you were doing before, but still make it work with Rian Johnson's thing, and it's just like, this new trilogy is just it's this Frankenstein's monster of a thing where it had no clear vision, we had no idea where it was going to end up, or like they had no idea where it was going to end up. It feels like they're just like winging it every movie, and it's just it's just not working too well. And yeah, and that's again, all of these reasons are why I'm just kind of going into the Rise of Skywalker feeling nothing. I feel dead inside when it comes to Star Wars. I have no passionate feelings about it, to be honest, neither positively nor negatively. I'm just gonna walk into this movie and with no expectations. I do not expect it to be terrible or good. So, yeah, I don't know. What do you think of? What do you think? How are you, if you're watching this, which nobody is? How are you feeling going into the Rise of Skywalker? Because for me, I feel nothing. I genuinely feel nothing. I am like honestly, I would say like after The Last Jedi, and then yeah, because that's the last Star Wars related content I watched. I was just like, man, I don't know. I just don't care anymore. And like honestly, the trailers for Episode 9 have not been very good either. They haven't been terrible, but I haven't seen anything in them. Like I don't even know what the story is to Episode 9. To be honest, even though that's kind of a good thing. Hopefully, I'll be surprised. But I don't even know what like the plot is. So I don't know. Look. Hopefully, I'll be surprised. But as of right now, I feel nothing. Yeah, I've been ranting for a long time, but what do you guys think? Are you excited for this? Are you not excited for this? Are you dead inside like I am? Let me know. The comments below. Goodbye.